Royal Connection Magazine TV Show, c'est une émission qui porte information communautaire, entrevues avec des hommes et femmes d'action de la communauté. À noter également les bonnes adresses pour services ou des besoins et la publicité des meilleurs produits et services disponibles. Royal Connection Magazine TV Show avec Anna Pierre, présenté sur diverses plateformes audiovisuelles, sur Roupy Production TV, YouTube et Facebook, chaque vendredi soir, 7h PM. Sur IT TV en plateforme Roku, chaque vendredi, 7h PM. Chaque lundi, 10h PM. Tous les mardis, 3h PM. Tous les mercredis matin, 9h AM. Pour publicité et information, contactez Anna Pierre au 305 274 66.
Mesdames et messieurs, moi souhaite nous bienvenue dans un autre segment Royal Connection Magazine. Comme nous connaissons, nous déjà connaissons, toute semaine ça, actualité c'est sous assassinat président Jovenel Moïse là que li centré. Nous connaissons dans la nuit qui était 6 juillet pour lever 7 juillet, assassin te rentré la caille président yo assassiné et yo agressé madame Nitou première dame non qui te recevoir yo dit nous 3 balles, OK, et après ça t'es obligé entrer Miami dans Jackson Memorial Hospital dans Trauma Center pour te recevoir soin. Ça n'a fait nous te préparé un mémoriam en mémoire de président. On va le repasser mémoriam encore parce que gagne moun peut-être qui doit pas well. Nous va le passer mémoriam nan. Nous connaissons tout nous te célébrer fête papa yo le 20 juin et nous gagnons comme père de l'année pour même qui peut connaître Roupy Deronceray The Entertainer. Notre Roupy à nous c'est lui-même peuple a été choisi, a été voté comme père de l'année 2021. Et nous gagnons tout Maestro René qui était voté, comme papi de l'année. Alors, le père de l'année, c'est Roupy The Entertainer, Jude Deronceray, et le papi de l'année, c'est Maestro René. Ça me dit nous, relais nous connecte supposé garder choix sous pourquoi abonner dans channel nous aller dans YouTube abonner et puis comme ça depuis nous déposer une vidéo ou pas perdre sous pas ka faire pour compte relais ti moun yo fait aider même moi même les bon bagay pas ka faire dans internet là ou comprendre ça me dire c'est petite fille moi relais ou bien ti neveu qui dans kay là yo aider hein relais yo fait yo abonner fait yo mettre dans internet là y a comme ça pour faire dit ti moun yo d'aimer et subscribe d'aimer venir abonner à channel ça pour les misana passer vidéo yo comme toujours ka wè show parce que show vinn dans téléphone nou ou ka garder qu'importe le même si ou pas ka wè dans télévision la ka. OK, n'a propose tant comme des tout à l'heure n'a passé mémoriam nan que nous t'ai préparé pour président. OK, n'a continué passer vidéo yo. Alors on nous dit présentation qui était faite dans célébration fête papa yo le 20 juin, c'est comme ça nous va le faire choix et puis d'ici mois d'août c'est là ça m'a recommencer d'emblée avec conseil santé, recommencer présenter topic santé yo, j'en m'habitué faire avant mais faut me passer vidéo pour nous, faut nous ouais qui ça qui passé jodi a n'a gagné Maestro René, il était chanté semaine passée nous te montré Ange Alexandre, nous te montré une musique que nous te chanté nous te chanté plusieurs dans chansons yo, nous a peut-être passé avec une vidéo à Anna Pierre, m'a passé avec un Maestro René parce que non seulement nous te honoré li couronné papi de l'année, le Daddy of the Year, mais il était chanté pour nous tout, il était performé tout et n'a présenté au tout yon vidéo, yon lot papa que nous te honoré, c'est commissionnaire Dale Holness en même temps tout qui te présenté 3 proclamations pour nous dans le choix. Il te présenté une proclamation pour moi-même ensemble avec the International Fathers Association. Il te présenté une proclamation pour Rabbi Dr. JUILLET. Elle te présenté une tout pour auteur Pete Kennedy qui est de la Jamaïque. OK? So, compose, la tournée. Allez.
Après ma mort, j'aimerais vivre dans l'esprit de ceux qui m'aiment. Tant pis pour tous ceux qui me haïssent. Dites-leur pour moi que je ne partage pas ces sentiments de haine. Je regrette infiniment de ne pas pouvoir faire de mon mieux pour me faire comprendre à tout instant durant ma traversée terrestre. Et si on ne peut pas aider quelqu'un à vivre, quelle importance de suivre son cercle. Pour se socialiser, ils viennent tous en foule, admirer ce corps sans vie avec un regard critiquant. Rassemblons-nous au paradis. Pleurez il faut pas vous en faire. Et je vous prie d'applaudir le travail de notre ami. Disons tous Alléluia.
Alléluia. Alléluia.
Alléluia. Rassemblons-nous au paradis. Pleurez, il faut pas vous en faire. Et je vous prie d'applaudir le travail de notre ami. Disons tous
Alléluia.
Allez, 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 allez. Alléluia.
quarterbacks. I just don't know which one to choose.
That Anna pressed on my staff and I to get done. Anna, we did get them done. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Pete Kennedy. Is he here? No?
He's one of our alloys. He left.
Oh.
He left. He was here.
Pete left. But I'll say just a couple of whereases here. Whereas Pete Kennedy is a leadership expert, best-selling author, a man of exemplary character. He's a native of Jamaica and a past student at Kingston College. Attending KC was the birthplace of Pete's quest to live his best life, after which he left the island in 1997 for Chicago, Illinois, USA. And whereas Pete is the manager of the Membership Relations Department of the Black Professionals Network and a member of John Maxwell Leadership Team, as well as Director of Membership for the Jamaican Men of Florida. Through his studies, Pete gained a master's degree in education leadership. And Pete has played a father role to many youths within the inner cities while he resided in Chicago and now in South Florida. He did this in the role of youth leader and a past member of the Urban League of Broward County Young Network Professional. And we have today been named in honor of Pete Kennedy, signed by Mayor Steve Gala. So let's give it up for Pete, even though he's not here. So you might have heard about the controversy of me giving a proclamation to a rapper. Anybody caught that? So they changed the rules a little bit. Usually it's if the mayor is not present, the vice mayor, and then the immediate past president. So if the mayor's not there, the vice mayor, then the immediate past mayor. And since I was that, that's how the order was that we signed. But they said no more. Because they didn't like the fact that I gave a rapper who had been redeeming himself, doing great work to help build our society. I believe in redemption. I'm a Christian. We must encourage people to redeem themselves. So if I may have Rabbi Lamb, I know he's here. Come forward, Rabbi. And I'll read his in entirety. It's a proclamation requested by Commissioner Dale V.C. Holiness, Broward County, and it reads, whereas Rabbi Lang has served as a spiritual leader of Beth Moshe congregation in North Miami since 1989. That's give him a round of applause for that. It's a long, long time. Previously, he served the Beth El congregation in North Miami Village. Prior to serving as a pulpit rabbi, he was the executive director of Talmudic University of Florida, the largest yeshiva in the southeastern United States. I did visit Israel also. Wonderful place. If you haven't gone, you should. Very innovative nation, doing a tremendous amount of work in science, technology, helping business growth and development. And yes, there's an issue that needs to be resolved. And I believe that it will be resolved. I'm a positive thinking person. But I can tell you, whilst I was there, the interaction inside of Israel between the various groups was amazing. I didn't believe it would be so much so. Yes, there's a conflict with No, well, a particular part of, with not the West Bank, but Gaza, that is ongoing. And hopefully both sides can find a way forward so that their people can live in greater prosperity. But certainly Israel has a right to defend itself and have peace. And rockets not going to win the war. At some point in time, there has to be some negotiation done that's serious on both sides. So Rabbi, I digress there. Sorry, I shouldn't go there. I'm getting into politics here. Whereas Rabbi Lang completed his undergraduate studies at the University of Miami, BA in Religious Studies, earned a master's in Judaic Studies at Barry University and an MA in Talmudic Studies from Talmudic University of Florida. He did his postgraduate work at the Jewish Theological Seminary of America and earned a doctorate in pastoral counseling from Sinai University in Jerusalem. He also earned a Doctor of Ministry at the Florida Center for Theological Studies, where his doctoral thesis titled God's Children on the Couch was a new model for therapy called biblical narrative therapy. And whereas Rabbi Lang is the founder and president of the Chest Foundation, a well-respected charitable organization provides pastoral counseling, group therapy, medical assistance, food and funds for those in need. He's also a foundation member of Marisha, which is the Rabbinic Fellowship of the Union for Traditional Judaism. Difficult to hold them together like that. Whereas Rabbi Lang was the first rabbi in 70 years to serve 2 consecutive terms as the president of the Rabbinic Association of South Florida. Whereas Rabbi Lang was named one of the top 25 rabbis who made a significant impact in their community and across North America. That's a big deal. This rabbinical award was bestowed upon him by the United Jewish Community, UJC, General Assembly. And whereas Rabbi Lang, an 8th-degree black belt, he said a 9th degree now. Yeah, that's powerful stuff. I don't even know if I could get to the 1st degree. He won the US Open in 1979. He spends time teaching both adults and children in the art of spiritualism and discipline in karate. He's the founder of Shishindo, okay? And is the highest ranked student of Master Larry Pizzi in the martial art of Shiril Goji. And whereas Rabbi Lang is married to Ida Sarafstein Long. Give her a round of applause. Stand up, Ms. Lang. Who's a cantorial soloist. They have 2 sons, Benjamin and Samuel, both read Torah on Shabbat. Their daughter, Sarah, actively participates in service and is a thespian. Rabbi Lang was also recently honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award by the North Miami Mayor's Committee. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Broward County, Florida, that the board hereby designates Sunday, June 20th, 2021, as Rabbi Long Day in Broward County, Florida, and signed by the Mayor of Broward County, Steve Gala. And I'll do the final one. Because it's Father's Day. Isn't it Father's Day? This is not a proclamation requested by the LVC Holdings Broward County. And it reads, whereas in 1991, to honor and celebrate the men of the community who take their parenting responsibilities seriously, who lead the community by example, nurse and singer Anna Pierre, the first Father's Day celebration with the crowning of a Father of the Year at the James L. Knight Center in Florida. And whereas in order to engage the community at large in the annual Father's Day celebration, Anna Pierre reached out to middle and elementary schools in Miami-Dade County and worked with teachers by having students write letters stating why their fathers should be crowned Father of the Year. Members of the Committee of the Fathers of the Year event planner read the letters to choose a Father of the Year from the best written letters. And whereas in subsequent years, Anna Pierre and the planning committee of the annual Father's Day celebration added community service as part of the criteria to become Father of the Year. They reached out to churches, local nonprofit organizations, and I asked the pastors of churches and organizations, directors, to nominate fathers they felt meet the criteria for Father of the Year. And whereas to add more excitement to reach all seniors of the community and to encourage the public to participate in the event. In the beginning of 2015, the Fathers Association of Florida was formed, and in an effort to include all of the 67 counties of the state of Florida in the celebration, on the day of the event, in addition to the crowning of the Father of the Year, a Daddy of the Year is also chosen from the audience. And whereas in 2019, to give the celebration a global flair and to continue with the tradition of honoring fathers everywhere, regardless of their nationalities, the name Fathers Association of Florida was changed to International Fathers Association, Inc. And the planning committee started to honor fathers from different countries as well. Now therefore being proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Broward County, Florida, that the board hereby designates Sunday, June 20th, 21 as the International Fathers Association, Inc. Day in Broward County, Florida in celebration of the 30th Annual Father's Day celebration. Thank you, Anna, for such a wonderful, great job. Let me say congratulations to Anna for this great work. Give her a round of applause again. I gotta tell you, this kind of stuff's not easy. I've been in the community for a long time, and I can tell you that there's a lot of planning, a lot of time, a lot of efforts that go into this, and a lot of things that's supposed to go one way, go the other way. But this is a noble thing to do, Anna. It is quite noble that you take the time out to put yourself on the line, to ensure that we recognize Father and honor fathers. And that's something we don't do enough of at all. You agree with me on that? We don't do enough of that. We don't. And that's something that we must do more. If we want to encourage and support our men to do what's right, we have to give them the honor and the recognition, and celebrate them, and celebrate those who do well. Brother was here earlier. He's a father of 10 children. I'm the father of 7. I lost my son about 3 years ago. 27, wonderful kid, great kid, tragic loss. But I tell you this, children are wonderful, even when they don't do so well. We have to love them and encourage them and support them, and it takes fathers, sometimes very strong fathers. Sometimes our mothers try to do both, and they do well many times. But I can tell you, when there's both father and mother involved, the outcomes are often much better. Don't you agree with me on that? I got a text earlier today from my daughter. It says, fathers are daughters' first heroes. Another one said, "You're my rock." We have to be there to support our children, but we have to support our fathers so that they can support their children. I want to thank you so much again, Anna, as I take leave and head to my mother and my dad. My dad's a wonderful man. It's very difficult to care for someone who's really in a place where they can't take care of themselves. Very stressful, very strenuous, and my dad has been an amazing man, and I have to go and spend a little more time than I did today. Thank you.
I know it was supposed to be the keynote speaker who said 2 words on behalf of Commissioner Jean Monestier.
Well, I must tell you this, that Commissioner Jean Monestier is a great friend. I don't know that many of you know that Jean and I go back many years even before we got elected. He owns a real estate company and I owned a real estate company, so we worked together before we even thought about going into politics. And in fact, my dear friend Jean refers to me as Jamaicien, coining the word Jamaican and Haitian together. And as we gather today to celebrate fathers, let us understand this, that we are in a world together. No matter what you look like, where you were born, no matter your social status, no matter your religious background. And if we didn't learn from COVID, I don't know what's going to teach us that. I was mayor during the COVID crisis at that peak of it. And I got to tell you, what a humbling experience to be against a tiny virus that's so powerful and so mighty. We can't even see it because it's so small. But the effect that it had on us as humans, I think will forever change the world. Because we now recognize that a tiny virus can destroy so many lives, wreck economies, change the way we live. And as human beings, we should first look to see how we support each other rather than be divisive and be destructive. We must do that. Broward County managed the crisis better than some other places, much better. And one of the main things I believe that we accomplished was the fact that, unlike other areas, I called the leadership together. All the mayors of Broward County, we met at least once a week via Zoom or on the phone. We talked about the challenges we face. And at the beginning, everybody wanted to do their own thing. Some wanted shut down early, some didn't want shut down, some wanted curfew, some didn't want curfew, some says gym should be open, some says that should be done. But a huge lesson that I have to take away from that is that when you get folks together and let them air their differences, you can build consensus. Without letting people understand that they are part of it, that they're included in it, you don't get to consensus. You snipe at each other. Nobody gets together. And in our country today, we need to do more of that. We need to understand, whether you're Republican, Democrat, no party affiliated, or whatever, that in America, we're all in this together. Taking a little piece from Dr. Martin Luther King, he says, no matter how you got here, we're all in the same boat now. We're all in the same boat now. we need to expand that view not only for America, but for the world. COVID showed us something that happened in China. Didn't it take too long to reach America and to reach every corner of the earth in no time? Look, think about that. Didn't take a year. It took a few months. So we must, as human beings, I believe, find a way to understand that we are first humans. Anybody agree with me with that? We're first humans. That's the first thing that we need to understand. And science says we're 99.99% genetically the same. Yeah, we bleed red blood. All of us. Eh? All of us need to sleep sometime. All of us need to eat sometime. We have the same basic human needs. And I believe that when we get to that place, when all of us truly understand clearly that we are on this planet together, and what affects one certainly can affect the other, and oftentimes does. So with that, I'm going to leave you with philosopher, poet, artist, Bob Marley. One love.
And we're going to present you your plaque. It says, the International Fathers Association honors Commissioner Dale Holness in recognition for your outstanding dedicated service to your family and the community. Today is June 20th, 2021.
Thank you very much.
And you have a little goodies here.
Oh, wow. A whole lot of
You
goodies.
have one of my books.
Oh, wow.
You Know You Haitian If by Anna Pierre. And you can read the characteristics of Haitian men, characteristics of Haitian women. You can see our food, everything you need to know about Haitian. The 3 dots represent that. You know you Haitian if, so you need to read the book. Yeah, compa, you know you Haitian, poisson, lambi, okay? Tire collé à quoi, ou connaît ça passé. And there is a chapter in the book too where you can learn to speak Creole. We have the Proverbs, the French, the Creole, and the English. It's written in English, okay? And you have a lot of little things in there, okay? You have the mass, and you have goodies here, pens. And this one is one. See, have a lot of things. Give it up for our Commissioner Holness.
I don't know a whole lot of Creole. I know a little bit. Don't talk some bad stuff around me, because I'll understand it. Messi and Peel and Peel.
Desire enough for me. I'm praising God all the time, praising God all the while. Yes, I belong to you, and you belong to me. Let's stay together. If it's enough for you, then it's enough for me. With you, I'm praising God all the time. I'm praising God all the while. Yes, I belong to you, and you belong to me. Together, if it's enough for me, then it's enough for me. Sing with me, sing with me. La la la, la 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 la, la la, la la la, la la God is good. I've been through a lot to get to you today.
A handbag from the Zotobwe collection is a constant reminder of the holidays and time spent with family and friends. We have a different handbag for every occasion. You can show your patriotism with a Patriot bag.
Your love with one of our Romeo and Juliet handbags. You can also say thank you to someone with one of our Give Thanks beauties. Each one of our multi-purpose Zotobwe handbag is a work of art and workmanship. The Zotobwe handbags come in all colors. They can be hand carried or used over the shoulder.
It's not just any handbag, it's a Zotobwe, the brand of elegance. So what are you waiting for? You can get your handbag at
www.zotobwe.com, or you can call 1-855-968-6273
to
place your order.
Et vous-même qui vivent toujours au Pomori, rentrez plus fond en bas de Jésus. Et nous allons danser vers regardez les gens qui mangent plus bien, qu'on est calé là, chica sous la à zéro. Est-ce qu'on a ça? Est-ce qu'on a?
Pour
amusé avec vidéo où docteur JUILLET qui t'a recevoir award li et ouais commissionnaire Del Holness qui t'a fait présentation pour nous présentation yo pour nous et ouais tout lui-même li recevoir yon et award pal tout parce que c'était yon nan honoré yo et puis m'te bal yon nan livre yo you know you Haitian if pour continuer à apprendre parler créole bien que le connaît quelques petits mots déjà et kounye là c'est moment pour me séparer avec nous m'a séparé tant pour me n'a pour semaine prochaine supportez-moi continuer acheter livre moi sous bagayel you know you Haitian if acheter une valise autobretou une valise à pierre c'est comme ça nous ka supporter abonnez voyez choix ba yon l'autre monde et puis supporter quoi faut supporter et pas les mourir pour n'a vinn dim terrain mais ana on regrette bat geta mettre sucre sous bonbon hein kounya la mettre sucre sous bonbon l'on achète un livre moi c'est sucre mettre sous bonbon OK l'on achète une valise autobré pour faire un sort cadeau pour faire madame ou cadeau faire madame ou surprise c'est sucre mettre sous bonbon mettre sucre sous bonbon chérie OK moi mais l'argent la Jacques l'âge tout le monde l'on acheté ou bon l'argent la Jacques la Joseph c'est sucre mettre sous bonbon OK Malé bye à la semaine prochaine.
Royal Connection Magazine TV Show, c'est une émission qui porte information communautaire, entrevues avec des hommes et femmes d'action de la communauté. À noter également les bonnes adresses pour services ou besoin et la publicité des meilleurs produits et services disponibles. Royal Connection Magazine TV Show avec Anna Pierre, présenté sur diverses plateformes audiovisuelles, sur Roupy Production TV, YouTube et Facebook, chaque vendredi soir, 7h PM. Sur IT TV en plateforme Roku, chaque vendredi, 7h PM. Chaque lundi, 10h PM. Tous les mardis, 3h PM. Tous les mercredis matin, 9h AM. Pour publicité et information, contactez Anna Pierre au 305 274 66.